Hey guys, I'm doing another video, this time on pots. I've gotten a few messages, people asking me about whether they can use pots without holes. Because a lot of times I tell people buy pots with holes in them. And the answer to that question, can I use a pot without holes, is kind of a trick question. So the answer is no, yes, no, yes. Told you it's a trick question. The reason I put no first is because if you're new at plants, just keep one thing in mind. The biggest reason plants die is because of root rot. People tend to overwater the plants and the roots will sit in the water and they will rot. So if your planter does not have holes in it, the water tends to stay at the bottom and the roots will rot and your plant will die. So if you're new to plants and you're not used to watering them, the answer is no. Now, sometimes I say yes if you are familiar with your plants, if you know what kind of water it likes, if you know how often to water it, if you know how heavy-handed you are, then I would say yes. For instance, and I'm not by far a professional at plants. I just have had plants for, off and on, 20, 30 years. Most recently, just these past few years with most of these plants, but I've had plants and I have killed plenty of plants in my day. So this plant, for instance, this came, when I bought this plant, it's philodendron. Might look familiar. See how it's got the little pointed leaves, philodendron, and it's got this lime green stripe. The other one had the white one, remember? This one, when I bought this plant, it came in this planter. See, no holes. But I know philodendrons. I know philodendrons like to stay dry on the top. So I just water this very lightly. So I know this plant and I know how I tend to overwater. So I'm very stingy with the water on this one because I don't want the water to stagnate at the bottom. So if you are familiar with your plants and you feel comfortable watering it without any holes, then go ahead and say yeah. I would say yes. But then I would say no again. Okay. Because I'm not crazy about planters without holes in them. I don't like them. It's hard to manage the water. It's hot. If you overdo it and the water stays at the bottom, again, you risk rotting. The roots will rot. And also it's hard for, you want occasionally the dirt to just irrigate and drain and get rid of everything that's been accumulating in your plant. I don't know. I just don't like planters without holes in them because they're really hard to manage. But again, finally, the last answer can be yes. Yes, you can use them without holes if and only if you use them like this. This is what I do. You know the little plastic pot that comes with the plant when you buy it? See? I just stick it in the pretty pot. And I just use this. What I do is I take this to the sink and I water it and I let all the water drain. I let it sit, on the counter for a few minutes until all the water's out. And then once the water's out, I stick it back into my planter. See? So they can work. See how cute they look, this one? And then, let me get the other one. Got that one. Look at this one. Look how cute they can look. See? You just stick the plant inside. And then you got this cool little, I got this at TJ Maxx. Look at that. See? And this way you can control the water. You can take the pot out into the sink. Oh, it looks like this needs to be repotted. Look, the roots are starting to peak. You see the roots? That means it needs a new pot. But you can take this to the sink. You can water it, let all the water drain. Once the water finishes draining, stick it back into the pot. You don't need to put this thing on. I just put it on there because it's pretty and it covers up the plastic pot. See? How cute does that look? So, planters without holes. Yes, you can use them. No, don't use them. Yes, you can use them. There's another way you can use a planter without holes. Tina is going to do a video. I'm going to have Tina do a video because what she's done, she's a very brave lady. You can actually drill holes in your planters. And then this way you can just put the whole plant into the pot without having to keep taking it in and out. You can just plant it in the pot. What Tina does, and I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to take my pot over to her house so she could drill a hole in it. Tina drilled a hole in the bottom of a pot. It was a Ray Dunn pot. So she was successful at that. So yes, you can use it if it doesn't have holes, if you want to put holes in it. You can drill holes in the pot. It can be done. So, how's she look? La 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 la. So, if you have any questions on these pots, again, message me. Thank you.